Hey guys, Malachite here. It's been a couple days and we're back from the Breaking Benjamin concert. Well, we were back on the 27th and it was on the 26th. But anyway, I have made this video a few times and I can't seem to make it right. So basically, all I really want to say is that I have multiple things that would cause me not to be able to make it to this concert that have happened over the last 5 years, health-wise and all of that. And I made it, and I did it, and honestly, I just thank the goddess, because I know without the goddess and without the strength that she has given me and has taught me that I have, I never would have even tried it. I just would have stayed home and cried that I couldn't go. But that's not what happened. I went and stood for 2 hours in a spot before Breaking Benjamin came out so that I could have a pretty good spot to see them. So they're very important to me. They got me through severe depression at the end of 2010 that was caused by multiple issues, and even caused hospitalization for depression. So without them, I'm not sure that I'd be sitting here. They are really, really important to me. So I'm so grateful that I was able to go. And like I said, I really honestly just, without the goddess, I don't think I would have been able to do it. In fact, I know I wouldn't have been able to do it, because like I said, I would have been having a pity party, and that's the honest truth. I wouldn't have picked myself and dust myself off 8 million times to get to the place where I could do it. So I wouldn't have spent a month, going walking and getting some stamina so that I'd be able to do it. The funniest thing that happened is I use a cane to walk for balance and things like that for multiple reasons. And during one of the songs that's a really important song to me about not bowing and just, making it through, I looked at that cane. I was like, I just hate that stupid thing. I hate this thing. I had a walking stick before it. It was like about 53 inches tall. It was beautiful. And it got stolen in like 2 minutes at the Salvation Army. Don't even get me started. I'm just not even going to go into it. So my doctor wrote me a prescription for this cane. It was a 4-prong cane. And the only reason I needed it was for balance. That's why it was so frustrating. Because, I don't have an illness that, is like a really, really serious illness where you might need to have that all the time. And so it was so frustrating carrying it. It just really frustrated me. And I'm not looking down on anyone that has to carry them. This is just for me personally. It was very, very frustrating. I'm sure it's frustrating for anyone. But, I'm like, I know I can make it without this if I can just get to a specific point. And so when we got to the parking lot, we got in a little bit of a tiff, me and my best friend, because she thought she could get the car out, and it was pitch black. There were parts in the grass, and it just looked like the drop was too steep, and it was freaking me out. So I got out of the car, and I'd forgotten that we'd been kind of walking around looking to see if she could get out. And I got out of the car, and I was like, I will get back in the car when you're done. No, I cannot do this. And I thought, because I have memory deal, that my cane was in the back of the car. But in fact, my cane was behind the car. And so when she was backing up, she thought she'd hit a car. So she got out and she's like, did you not know this was not in the car? She held it up. And one of the prongs was just mangled. And I was like, you have got to be kidding me. And at first I was really mad. And then I realized, wait a minute. This goes along with what you were thinking before. If there ever was a sign, here it is. Who else could possibly manage to get their cane run over at a Breaking Benjamin concert? And then I just started laughing, and I couldn't stop. It was just so funny. And then she started laughing. She's like, "You're not mad?" And I said, "No, I think this is the funniest thing that's ever happened." And I just kept laughing. And I told her then what I was thinking during the concert. And I said, "I think it's a sign that I'm not supposed to use one of these anymore." And she's like, "Well, I'll buy you something new." She's like, "Do you want another hiking stick instead?" And I said, "Well, yeah, let's do that. And I'll use it when I'm going for my walks. And then when we go to a store, I'll use the cart. And I will not use a cane, Because I really only need something on my walks because I stumble and I don't walk in a straight line. So that's what we're going to do. And she's ordering it for me today. And it's beautiful. It's elm. And it's decorated. It has bling on it. It has feathers. I came across it and fell in love with it instantaneously. Just fell in love with it. So I'll be using that when I go for my walks. And so the concert was amazing. And I did it. And I could not be happier. I really couldn't be happier. So anyway, I'm going to leave this video at that, and this I think I'm happy with because I'm just not going into 8 million details, because who needs the 8 million details? All we need to know is the goddess is amazing and how much she loves us and cares about us. And if we just talk to her, if you need help, if you just ask her, I know with the Morrigan, if I need help, if I just ask her, I have to do the work. She's not going to come down and make fluffy clouds. I had to stand there. I had to be in pain. I had to stand there, and I had to be tough and go, okay, well, I'm dizzy right now, but if I stand here, that strength will come up inside of me because it's there, because, it's there. It's always been there. And this will clear up. And it did. And I was able to see my favorite band. So it was a weird moment. I guess I should share. I don't think I shared it yet. That there was a band on stage called In This Moment, which I was really enjoying. And they're a little, I guess you could call them sexualized. I didn't find them to be that way. I mean, there wasn't a lot of clothing going on, but I didn't find it to be sexualized. I found it to be art. That's just my personal opinion. But there was a part right after I'd asked for that where, I don't know how to explain it. The lead singer was in this thing, and then it was she had wings, and she kept coming out of this tarp type thing, but when she came out of it originally, it was like a banshee. It was just this shriek. I mean, and I got chills and just felt this energy. It was amazing. And that was kind of part of what helped me get through. So I don't know, I kind of felt the Morrigan at that time. I don't necessarily think the music did it, but I certainly don't think it's something that didn't help. I think it probably helped, because it was whoa. So it was just a wickedly cool song, and I have no idea what they were saying. I can't find the song. because I don't know the band, and they were kind of a hardcore band. So when you see a hardcore band live, it's very hard to understand what they're saying because of depending on what their speaker setup was. And we were by the bass stack, which was, I think, part of what was making me get a little woozy. But I brought earplugs for that very reason, because I've been to shows like that before. So I put them in really deep to kind of muffle that out a little bit. And that's a good tip, especially if you go to if you go to a show like that, and there's a specific band that you really, really want to see, and the others you're kind of like, well, they're okay. Wear earplugs for most of the show, and then when the band comes out that you really want to see, your ears won't be sore if you have any kind of eardrum issues. But anyway, sidetracked. But that seemed to be part of where that strength came from, and I think probably it just called up the strength that I had inside myself, and I think it might have helped the Morrigan show up. I don't know, but it was definitely awesome, and I know she showed up, so it was really cool. The whole night was just awesome, so I'm very happy, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So anyway, I think I will post this one. So anyway, take care, guys, and blessed be.